like I explained earlier, the quick recap I did the other time, I said, just like a shell, our config properties is linked to our read config. Inside our read config, we try to get properties from or the properties of the config properties, right, of the file. So the file is here, but inside the read config, we got the system path and all of that. We were able to locate it, and then we wrote methods, get app URL, get username, get password, and so on. Now inside the base class, we then try to call the get password method, the get username method, the get app URL method. Oh, there's an error with the get app username. What happened to it? Okay, it's different. So there we have our get app URL, and so on. Now inside this base class, we were supposed to like continue with the setup of the logger, right? We're supposed to continue with logger, if I recall. Now we have already declared public static logger, right? And then from there we are supposed to write a method. Yes, that will get our project name, and then we will get the log4j properties, and then we will in short just set it up, right? Set up the log4j. So I will come to where should I come to now? I'll come to before. Let me put it here. Okay. So I have my constructor, right, and I have my setup method. Then I think I should put it inside the setup method. No. Inside the setup method. So what setup method is doing here is to read from this same base class from the very beginning, right? So okay, I think I even put it here already. So I said logger equals to logger.get logger, then the name of the project. Then I was supposed to say property configurator. Is there a method like that? Yes, property configurator for log4j. Config file name. Our config file name. Okay. Oh, I think I'm supposed to create a logger properties too. Oh, no wonder I was okay. So going back again. This is interesting. Okay. Okay. Log4j properties. Log4j properties. Okay. Okay, so I will do something now. I will add a log4j. So hold on. Are you seeing my screen? I'm not sure I'm even sharing my. Okay. Am I sharing the screen? Can you see the screen?
Yes, you can see.
Yes,
Okay.
you're sharing.
Okay. Okay. So I'm looking at so I'm supposed to set up a log4j so I will come here. I'm just looking for a location to put it. I think it's going to be inside. I think. Okay. Inside the SRC main resources. SRC main new directory. Let's see where this falls to. 4G. Okay, is it inside resources? Main resources. Not really. Not really. New file. Fortune dot properties. What is this? Org dot example. No. Okay, that's so long. I didn't create any org dot example. Okay, I think I will just put it in the same line as where my config properties is. Or I could delete. Let's delete first. Delete. Is there a delete here? So what I will do is I will create a folder instead of following one site here. Create a folder and call it log. Inside this log, I will create log4j properties. I'm sorry, give me 5 minutes. 1 second. What is it? Sorry, I had to think to maybe. Okay. So let's continue. I said I will create log4j dot properties. Okay, so done. Then I will inside by default log4j properties, just like it has its own way, the way you write stuffs inside it. But let me see if I can get a better sample online. of how the log4j file look like. All right. Where do I check the log4j? Well, I can just look for a previous log4j. Okay. So okay, I've seen an example here. I might as well put it directly inside the home directory instead of putting it in a folder first. But let me copy it first. So I have here, I have inside my log4j, I have something like this. Sorry, I didn't copy it well. So I have something like this. Then I will explain, don't worry. So I have the log4j, and then inside my Java code I will go and import org.apache.log4j.logger, which I think I already did. Inside base class. So I have, did I do that? log.apache.log4.logj. Okay. Let me say import org.apache.log4j.logger. This is what I've been looking for since yesterday. Okay. Okay. I've not used it, but why the error? Okay. No. You should just gray it out since I'm not using it yet, but why the error? Import org.apache.log4j. Okay. Log4j. Can you see log4j already? There's log4j, right? This is log4j. Then logger. Right. Why then is it graying it out? Okay, we'll get there. So then we'll leave this for now. So we'll continue. So we have to use the logger class to log messages. In the code. Log messages. So well, in my base class, I'm still in my base class. Then I will write maybe logger.getLogger, which is what I wrote here. Logger.getLogger. Problem is it's probably not imported as it should be. Logger.get logger.get logger. It's not going to do that because of this. Okay, so what have been done. Okay, so I can say instead of putting it here, maybe I should do it this way. logger goes to get logger um okay, let's see. um but this is still red. What could it what Okay, we'll leave it like that. Okay, there is a problem with importing log4j directly from Apache. It seems to me that it has been modified as this line 7. So I'm going to investigate it. So we have logins.log4j.loggers. So apparently the method I'm going to write for it now is going to be different from when we were still using I wanted to do undo. When we're still using this, I think this is not going to work anymore. It used to work, but so I have this now. Let me see. So I have okay, so I can just say let's take this back. Take this back to where it was before. Okay. Public static logger, then I will say logger dot get login logger dot get logger equals logger. Never knew log4j could be give me such issue like this. Okay, get logger. Oh, let me see if there's any other thing I can call on logger. Dot okay. Logger dot let me investigate this. Using okay, so I know why it's not working. Sorry. I commented out this. I shouldn't comment it out. Okay, so I should use log manager. Okay, that's an omission. So I will okay, so apache.logins.log4j.log manager, then the logger. So the log manager and the logger. Then we the class come to the class and then write a public static final logger, whichever one, equals to, let me write it here, equals to log manager dot get logger. This is get logger method I've been looking for. That get logger method is actually inside the log manager, not inside logger. Okay, so I will put here my base class dot the class. Then I will write inside my setup method. I will write maybe logger dot info or something. Logger. So I think this should work. Hopefully. So I have okay, a log manager dot get logger, log manager dot get logger. Then I can put what is the name of this project again? What's the name now? Copy what? File name. Is this the file name? I don't know. Automation class setup. So I have that. Then I have okay. Then I will say property configure property not configure log4j dot properties. Where is my log4j properties? It's inside log slash log4j dot properties. So it is inside here, and then there are other methods you can call on logger also. I say logger dot, there's logger log dot debug dot info. There should be info. Info is enable, blah 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 blah. So I will say logger dot set is there no set level? Set, okay, I guess set level is inside. Okay, so I say logger logger.debug. You know, if you want to debug okay, say debug is starting, something like that, or I started. Okay, so we have all of that for logger. So we have set up log4j. So all of these things that you see here comes in by by default. This is how will I even explain this now? So we have log4j to the console appender. We have file appender. We have hold on. Let me go to the default one. We have log4j appender to. So all of this is just saying how information is being logged to the console, right? And maybe the length and the size of what information is being logged. Then the format, if you are logging time, the format of how the time will look like. We have conversion pattern. um Look at conversion pattern, look at layout. So in short, it's just configuration. Don't bother yourself. It's just configuration of how information will be logged to the console. Now we are done with log4j. We have log4j now. We have config properties. That's of configuration. This is for log. Then we also have under utilities, we have read config. One more thing I want us to add to today's class is the extent reporter. Is the extent. Oh, before we move to the extent reporter, let's do TestNG. All right. Let's do TestNG. We'll do the extent reporter. Will be the last one we'll do. We still have time, and we didn't start on time. So I'm looking for a site I can use. Okay, great. I have a site here. All of this you can just practice on your own. Although what I will advise you to focus on right now is going to be learning how to use Java to write test cases, not learning how to set up framework. But this is a bonus class. We have how to create a TestNG.xml file in Selenium. For you to create a TestNG framework, XML file, you've already added TestNG to POM, right? We've already added it to POM. Here is the TestNG again. We have somewhere where we added it already. Now that it is established that we have it in our POM page object model, then you come to your project name, I think, to here, to this place, and then you create a new file and call it TestNG. Okay. You call it TestNG. Let me see. These people use the Eclipse, so it's kind of confusing. Okay, so I'll come here and create a new file and call it TestNG. Test. Okay. So I have my TestNG.xml. That is the file you are creating. Then inside the file, and TestNG, how I talked about XML yesterday. I said it always have a starting tag and a closing tag. Then inside the starting tag, you have values. All right, you have a key, maybe something like XML version equals to something something something. Look at how POM is written. See how POM is written here. So you have maybe project XMLS equals to this, then you have this equals to that, and then you have something inside the tag itself and so on. So that is how it is written, and that's how TestNG.xml is also. So but I will look for a sample XML. All right, and then I will paste it. Okay, so I think I've seen one. Seen a sample XML. This seems not to have everything, but it's okay. So inside my where is it? Where's TestNG? Okay, I think it's here. So inside my TestNG.xml, I have an XML like this, the version, the whatever. So this is showing your test suite. All right, It's showing you, I mentioned it yesterday, the TestNG is the real testing framework, just like your test suit, right? And it inside it you can write your classes, you can show your classes and the particular test you want to run. You can show your test, right? There is the test open and close tag. There is class open and close tag. What other thing? I think it's more than this. There is test, there is class, listeners. There are listener open and close tag too. Alright. Then there is the suit name, the test suit name. So there is this test suit name. I can say the test suit name here is automation class setup. I can say automation class setup, maybe source demo is my suit name. Then inside listener, there's listeners, just like dependencies and dependency. So there is listeners and listeners. Okay. Then you have so we have class name, Ogdo, whatever, immutable reporter, JUnit reporter, SML reporter, whichever reporter. Then there's something also called what's the name now? I want to put this inside this. Okay. Then I will remove one of this. So there are listeners. That's the type of reporter you want to print, which are your listeners. Then there is the test name. So what test name do we have already in this hold on, there is a sample I saw earlier. Okay. There is the test name, which is like okay, so let me do test name. We have our test cases here, isn't it? So I have, let me just say test one. Okay, then inside each test you can have classes. All right, instead of parameter name. Okay, so we have classes, so this is classes. Then the class name can also have the name of each class. So I can have where the class is located. That is that should be like the package dot. So this one, the class is located in page objects, right? It will be page objects dot user login. That is the name of our class here. Then yeah, so we have this class inside this test. We have this class inside this test. Let's call it then we have okay, so what about user login test? Okay, so for test it is okay, we have okay, so test, I think red test is referring to the whole test here. So inside each test you have classes, so I think we are fine. So we are not using this is just a default, so I will leave it like this. Let me just I will put just leave just one there. So just so you know there's something called parameters too. Okay. So we have things like this inside our test engine. Let's say comments. So now, like this, now you have set up what your testng.xml. Now the next thing we want to talk about is setting up your extent reporter. Yep, we are moving. This is already like it's getting robust. I mean, look at all of this. Okay, so we'll go on and set up okay. I just need like a guideline. Okay, so the test sometimes external reporter can be a little bit tricky. So I guess we'll use the remaining time to set it up that we have. So for you to set up the external reporter, we will try to create classes. It just like the logger log4j. There is what's the name now? There is the manager. Where is it? I'm looking for the
Sorry,
extent
please.
manager.
What's the reporter doing again?
Yeah, so the extent reporter is the one that it's like your test report that you submit for summary report that you submit when you're doing manual testing. That can have
Oh,
a
okay.
lot of PDF pages where you see a summary of all the tests you've
Yes,
done and the status of each of it. Not just that, there's a way you can, all the tests that is here, there's a way that external reporter will help you categorize it into your different modules, different classes, different tests. So it can run into pages. So unlike the logger that will just log information to the terminal and that's all, or unlike the test engine that it will just show or will just help us. What test engine does is it will help us run the test. It will help us execute the test and say okay, pass, fail, blah blah blah. But for the reporter, it's an actual reporter is a file. Like you'll be able to print out, you'll be able to view it on the browser as an HTML file, and you can export it to PDF, download it, and all of that, and present it without and attach it to your test summary report. Yes, so it's extent reporter. It says it's a little bit tricky. It's not straightforward. So we will try to see if we can use the rest of the evening to finish it. We have to finish it so that next week all we'll be doing is to write test cases and be using all of this to run it, to execute it. Makes our work easier. Okay. So here I can see something here saying that okay, so we have to download a dependency to our pom.xml called Avenstack. Okay, group name Avenstack. Let me look for it on Maven. Let me see if I can find extent reporter Maven. Extent report. I think my Maven is there already. Extent report. One second, please. Okay, so there is the extent PDF report. Is that the only thing that I have in here? Um, okay. Okay, so there are different. There's Excel report. There is PDF. There is okay. But there is a sample. Okay, let me look for another one. Okay, it's haven't stuck. Instant reporters. I guess I couldn't search it where. Um, God knows which version should I use. Okay, let me just use this one. That's the problem. Vulnerabilities, decryption, different kind of. Let me just use the latest one. Okay, so I have the latest one here, which I will include in my pom.xml. So I have let me put it under this one. I have a stock extent reporter. Okay, so I have extent reporter. Then you which you of course you download to your pom.xml. And then like we said, what pom does is your dependency guide or manager. It manages your dependency, right? As you can see, it has been managing our dependencies. Okay, so it should be installing now. Okay. All right, I think we are done now. So the next thing is to create the extent report object, and that will involve creating something like class. All right, classes. So I will go to utilities, the folder we created the other time for read config. Okay, I will do that. Hold on. Okay. So here's my utilities. I think it's somewhere. Okay. So this is utility, and sorry, where did I put my utilities? Is it on the same line as? Okay, so I think it's right. So under utilities here, I will create I will say new Java package and call it extend report. I'll call it extent report. Then I will also create a class extent manager. So I think there's extent manager, there's extent test manager from Avent Stack, you know. All of the, whatever method you are using has to come from a library. So Avent Stack is a library, like just like Apache that we used the other time. Apache logger is from a library. OpenCar, this thing is from a library too. Is a library too, and all of that too. Let me say new Java class. I will call it extent manager. Okay, I'll call it extent manager. Let me look for a URL I can give you for that. Um, okay, I think this one it's okay. I think yeah. Let me give you this URL. You play around with it when you are free. All right. So that is what we are doing now. We set it up. The one we set up with HTML so that we can open it inside the browser. From inside the browser you can decide to also print out something as a PDF. So let's just do HTML. So I have the extent manager. To don't forget your imports. We have import com.aventstack com.aventstack.extent report extent reports. That's one. Then import com.aventstack.extent reports reporter extent reporter. So let's start reporter. Okay. So we then have after that I will initialize the extent report, and then I will create a method alright. I will create a reporter method to oh, there's something I've omitted. Okay. Yeah, I will create a register report and create a format to which I want my report to appear like. So the report will have a test name, it will have an author, just like when you write your test and say, okay, this person who ran this test, you put the name of the test analyst there, you put what is that thing? You put the author, the name of the test itself, the report name, the kind of test that was carried out, right? And then I think part, I don't know what's this part talking about. Let's just do something. So I have public static final extent report. Final is saying that this is the final value of this variable, it does not change. So okay, extent reporter, no, extent report goes to new extent, yeah, goes to new extent report. Okay, find it. What? Okay, new extent report, then I will write my new extent report method. Okay, come here and say so create an extent report. That's the name of the method. It's report. I'm having errors. Okay, so extent reporter. Extent cost to new extent report. Extent dot. Okay, I don't like the way these people wrote down. Okay. Okay. I don't like this one too. Let me continue with what I'm writing. Public static, public synchronized static extent reports, create extent reports, and then okay. Extent okay. Extent spark reporter. And so here I'm going to put yeah, so I'm going to put a part here and call it this is what extent. Okay, so this is the part, or this is the place, or this is the folder where I want my my reporter, all my reports to stay. I want it to stay in extent/reports, and that will be in this particular part. From that will be, oh, no wonder this thing is giving me problem. Refactor reports, extent reports, yeah, extent report, extent manager. Okay, that's fine. So one thing is because this extent manager is no longer on the same line as ring config, it has jumped a step further, so I have to put a dot slash. So I think one of the things you have to learn is directory and path. All right, so I want my report to always be inside here, right? So I will say I would say, let me just continue, give it a name. Export and extent report slash project report dot html. Okay, so after writing this now, I can say my reporter, that is dot configure and dot set report name, set report name. It should be set report name. Set report name to automation, to maybe source, to source demo, regression test report. And what do I do again? And then I can use this one now and say this dot okay. Oh, do we have somebody just joining, or somebody dropped before now? Did anyone drop before now? We still have time, right? Yes. Okay. So Hester report dot I guess the way I declare this thing is wrong, so it's not picking it. Okay, so what is wrong here? Cast expression to this. No. Obviously final extent report. Oh no. Extent report. So I have now dot attach reporter. So now I have dot attach reporter. Now say reporter, and then I will also say this same extent report instance dot set system info, set system information, set system info to whatever you want to send. Just two parameters. Okay, so set system information to testing, and then I would say automation, source demo automation, and then we'll say, you can also still say dot system info author is okay. So I have to then I will return what? Extent report. Well, okay. All right. So I have this as my extent manager. I didn't use this. I used reporter dot. Okay. Yeah. Reporter dot extent spark. Okay. Okay. No worries. Okay. Now I'm going to create another one. I will call it extent manager. New Java class called extent manager. Extent manager. Test manager. Okay. So guys, we should be done. Okay. So don't forget your imports. Yeah. So in the extent test manager, you are trying to like dictate when to when to start running tests, right? You want to dictate how you start running of the test. So it's like a manager, right? So that means that the extent report will be included here. The extent report will be included here. Then the extent test itself will be included here. And what is that thing? Yeah, it's also the one that will create the extent report itself. So it's the test manager. Why the extent manager? It's like your what will I call it now? It's like the report itself, right? The report itself, and then the test manager is the one that dictates how the reports will look like, right? So we have the extent test manager and the extent manager. So inside the extent test manager, we import com.aventstack again. Let me do that. Import com.aventstack com.aventstack.export report.extent extent report, and import com.aventstack.extent report.extent report for extent test. Extent report.extent test. Then also there's still something we are supposed to import too. Import java dot util is somebody trying to enter? Is somebody trying to enter the class? Let me check. Okay.
I think Michael dropped off. Okay, it's back.
Oh, okay. Oh, Michael. Sorry. Okay, so I have java.util.hashmap. Don't bother yourself about this. This is just showing is like a configuration of how the data on your what's the name on your reporter should be reported. It will show when you see a summary of a data analysis like a chart, and you see the percentage of pass fail showing like let's say statistics. Yeah, let's put it that way. And so what makes us see that is the hash map and the map. into its data structure. So don't bother yourself about this. Import java.util.map. Okay, so that's it. Then inside my extent manager, I'll just write a bunch of map. So I have map something, map something equals to new hash map. Just a new hash map. This is not beginner, so that was why we didn't teach you hash map. It's in data structure, which is an intermediate. Integer, come on, extent test equals to, what is the name of our extent test? Extent test map equals to this. Then I have static extent report. Extent report extent extent manager, or is it a test manager? Extent manager dot create report. So create report, and then hey. So give me 2 seconds, sorry. Okay, so I have where did I stop? Okay, so create extent report. Sorry, I think I lost track of where I stopped. Okay, yeah, I wanted to create a method. Alright. Alright, I'll create a method that will get test, and then I'll create a method that will start the test. So I have public static extend extend test extend test get test get test okay, extend test map do get okay, the idea of the test, then oh no, that should not be okay. Okay, so get ID and do this. Okay, so what other thing? I wanted to create another method called okay. Extent test. Extent test. Start test. Start test. So so start test. Start test. Start test. Okay. So I have we are starting test. Let's put something. Start test. Okay. Okay, I will still return, so don't worry. And so I have extend tests will be equals to extend or create tests. Okay, so I have an extend test. Extend or create test. Test name in descending order. That is what's the name now? Okay. Okay. So we say test or extend test map. Extend test map dot extend test map dot put in thread. All right. So I think I'm done with this. Hey. Okay, so I have the extend manager and the test manager. So when you want to run your test, what you just do is you come to your test cases and then you probably just write it here, you know, for it to recognize that it's going to like run this with the extent manager. So the same thing goes with the logger too, the log4j. You have to like call the method from log4j. You can also call the method from extend manager, and then you use it to like to run your test. So that is what we'll be doing next week. So for this week, yesterday and today, all what we have done is to set up a robust test framework. So we have our configuration, our config properties. We have our logger, which is the log4j properties. We have our TestNG, all right. Then now we have um, our extent report, our extent reporter, and so that is all. And so that is all we need for this test framework, right? So I will stop recording now because there's something I did not do. Okay. So in this system manager, I said my project report should be in this URL. So what I'm supposed to do now, I said it, I'm supposed to create that part inside here. So I almost forgot that. So I'll come to maybe my home directory. Yeah, it should be in the home directory. I will say new maybe new folder or new directory. Yeah, new directory, and I'll call it extent, the same name here, extent report slash project report.html. And so I want it to be like this, and I want it to be in this folder. Anytime I run a test with testing reports, I want it to be like this and be in this folder, just like this. Okay, so this is testing report slash project report.html. Yes, no, yes. Okay, so this is how it's gonna be like. So there are also formats for how this project report .html will look like. If we check online, that page I sent to us the other time, I think is there. The .html format. .html, is it there? If you look at that page, you will see how the dashboard for Extent Reporter it looks like. Okay, so green for pass, red for fill, blue for skip, and so on. So different. Looking for something. Let me just HTML reporter. That's what I'm looking for. The HTML reporter. Anyway, if you know how to write HTML, you know how HTML look like now. Open tag HTML, open close, tag, all those things. That's the way it look like. Let me see. Extent HTML reporter format or sample. Okay, so this is even better. Let me send you this URL. Let me send you this URL. See this URL here, the Extent report itself. So I have the HTML. Yeah, that's what I did. This is what I did exactly. Okay. Config and create and is there an XML configuration again? Have we done XML configuration? Oh my god, we didn't do XML configuration. We are not done. I thought we are done. We are not done. So inside configuration, we have to create an XML, a load XML config, format. Okay, let's quickly do that. You know what? Let's try out the test we wrote the other day. What is that test again? See if we can run it with this extent reporter. Let's see if I've even written anything meaningful. Okay, so this is that test that logs in user. So inside my test, I'm supposed to. Do I remember this? Okay, so I am supposed to import. Yeah. So inside my test, I'm supposed to say import utility, that directory where extent reporter is. That's it. Is it not utilities? Import com.utilities. No, it's inside. Where is it inside? It's inside. It's just utilities dot extent report. Oh, I was wondering why am I not seeing it. So inside utilities extent report, then extent report, extent test manager. Yes. So I will do this. Then I will try to bring in my extent test manager and say maybe somewhere here. Alright. So maybe somewhere here I will say yeah. Okay, so before my test, maybe here. Is it here? Okay. Let's put it here. Before my test steps, I will say extent manager. Right. Extent manager dot, what are the method in extent manager? Start test. I give it a test name. What is this test name? This test name is user login. I can say user login, there's another one. I can say valid user login. Okay, so I have my test manager. I'm connecting it directly to. We just want to test if this will work. We have not tested if log4j is working, but let's just test this extent reporter. So I have, I think that's pretty much what I will do. Then I think I still have to call something. I can say get. I think I wrote two methods: start test and get test. So I have. Sorry, a minute. Okay. Where did I stop? So I wanted to write the other method. Okay, so I said start test. Then we've not talked about assertion. Okay, we'll be talking about that when we start writing test cases. We'll be talking about assertion. Okay, so I will say maybe extent manager dot get test dot maybe pass. There should be pass. Maybe pass And what will I say if it pass? I will say test case executed successfully. Test case executed successfully. So I can say that. And if it is failed too. Alright. In this part, because in this part normally I should write an if else and say if test fails, then say test case executed successfully, else if it fails, alright, say test case failed. So but next week we'll be talking about that when we start writing the test. Okay, so this is just for me to see if my extent report will work, right? Yes. So I'm going to hold on. There's something. Why do I feel like there's something I'm supposed to do? Um, in my tests, engine. Yep, I think in my test ng I will indicate the test. Okay, I think we have done it the other time. So I did in my test ng, I said run this, right? I asked it to run this, and except that I didn't indicate packages. Okay, so there is also packages. This is class. Oh. Oh god, sorry, I have to quickly rush this thing. Okay, so I have packages. Okay, so let me just quickly do packages. There's something called packages, open and close tag, and inside that I have package name, and my package is in what is it now, test cases dot, right? Why is it not, where is it not doing anything? It should be here now. Test cases dot user login. Yes, so test cases dot login, that is, this is the test case package and this is the user login. That is my package. This is my package name. My package name is test cases and it is dot user login. I have just one test for now, so I will leave it at that. Is there an error with this test? Why is it being highlighted? Okay, so with that, I think I can run this test now and see if hopefully we have not cooked the beans. Okay, hopefully it will work. Okay, line 10 of where? Line 10. Okay, line 16. What is it saying about line 16? Utilities read config. Okay, yeah. Okay, is it not reading? Okay, line 31. Oh, I've forgotten that. Okay, where is my base URL? Didn't I declare base URL? Okay, that's why. So string base URL. Okay, yeah. Is my base URL not inside here? Okay. I don't want to take more than this time because of my baby. Okay. Base URL. Okay, that's true. It's like I've not declared my base URL. Okay. Okay. So. Okay. I need to solve this. Rather, I'll get base URL. I think I did. Okay. Okay. Should I not have written? Okay. Okay. I think I might know what is going on. So instead of this, I'm going to put this as my setup. And then it will not end here. Then this will be removed. And there will be no instance of this. Hopefully, I will have this, and I will have this public void setup, and
How are you?
I will remove this
You're fine.
inside here totally.
So anything you want to know? Yeah. Scatter you.
Hold on. We have cooked beans, but we will correct it. I will correct it. So I have. I'm going to remove this now. Now that I've removed. Okay. Okay. So I'm in a hurry. I will soon be done now. So maybe you'll have ask your questions in the next class. So I'm just trying to get this error out. So I have There are some methods I'm going to remove from this base class because I'm just trying to debug it. So I have my first method as setup. I'm calling it setup. Then I have my logger to be here. By the way, there's a need for another something here. So then I have, okay, that's my logger. These methods will be after okay, good. So I'm kind of in a hurry. Okay, so I have set properties, Firefox, then my logger, then okay, so I'm still yet to resolve this base URL. So my base URL is it's read config now. So let me see if that will work. Hopefully. That's oh, it should work now. And then 16. What does it say? Logger implementation. Okay, it's my log4j that is stopping my extent reporter now. So something is wrong with the way I wrote my, what's the name now? My okay, so I will try to resolve this maybe in another video or class, right? Because I need to do something now. So is everyone still there?